I love Pretty Little Liars. It's a show so ridiculous and unserious, and you have to love it as it is. If you're someone who's looking for logic in everything, then this show is not for you. Most of the things happening on PLL defy logic, and sometimes even defy science. This is a show about a psychopath with a lot of free time on their hands, called A, who makes it their life's mission to torment 4 teenage girls in a small town. Why, you say? Well, mainly because they were besties with the ultimate liar/manipulator/bully, Alison De Laurentiis. The liars are the obsessive brainy one, the self-serving neurotic one, the clown, and the gay one? The sporty one? I don't know. The writers forgot to give Emily a personality, so here we are. So if you love the show like I do, buckle up and let's go on a journey through season 1. The pilot starts with the disappearance of the evilest teenager in Rosewood, Alison De Laurentiis. So naturally her besties, Arya, Spencer, Hannah, and Emily, spend every waking moment looking for her. Relentlessly. Nah, just kidding. Arya moves to Iceland with her family and the 4 drift apart. Fast forward 1 year later, Arya is back in town and she's keeping her dad's past affair a secret from her mom, Ella. Doesn't that weigh down on her conscience, you ask? Arya's conscience. Funny. Don't let season 1 Arya fool you. She gets progressively worse. In another part of town, Spencer and her sister's fiancé Ren are being flirtatious. This is just a part of a trend on this show where older men are romantically involved with underage girls.
Whoa, hey.
In other news, Hannah lost weight and she's the new it girl now, and she occasionally shoplifts. As for Emily, well, she's been waiting for Arya to return so she can catch her up on what's happening in Rosewood. Duh. Arya hooks up with a guy from a bar called Ezra, who turns out to be her English teacher. Ezra, being the responsible adult he is, he never pursues Arya. Who am I kidding? You know what show this is. Ezria, this is the name of the ship, by the way, is alive and well. And not only is it predatory, it's also toxic. Back to the pilot. The liars start receiving threatening texts from a figure called A. A is basically saying, I'm here, I know all your secrets, and I'm going to turn your lives into a living...
in purgatory. A condition of temporary punishment and suffering from which I may never leave. I looked it up.
A girl called Maya moves into the De Laurentiis house. A side note, this actress, Bianca Lawson, way long ago in 1998, she played a teenage vampire slayer on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. 12 years later, she's still playing a teenager. And she doesn't look like she has aged a day. Anyway, the police then finds Alison's body buried in her house. Why did it take them a whole year before finding her? Well, it's because this is when Arya moves back in town. Obviously. The liars reunite at Alison's funeral and they receive one last text from A.
I'm still here, bitches. And I know everything. A.
Now let's see what happened leading to the finale.
Whisper, whisper. Almost feels like Alison's still here.
The Jenna thing sounds harmless, doesn't it? But no, it's the thing stopping the liars from talking to the police. See, their good evil friend Alison took them along with her to throw a stink bomb in a garage to spook Toby. Why, you ask? Because she swears he was watching them changing clothes. Do we believe her? No. One thing to know about flashbacks Alison, she only opens her mouth to lie, manipulate, or bully someone. The firecracker goes boom, except that Toby wasn't there, Jenna was, and she lost her eyesight. Later, Alison pays Jenna a visit at the hospital, not to apologize, but to blackmail her. See, Alison had a video of Jenna forcing her stepbrother Toby into a relationship. Jenna kept her mouth shut, and Toby got blamed for the Jenna thing and was sent to juvie or something. Guys, Flashbacks Alison is a menace, and Sasha's performance at 13 nonetheless make these scenes thrilling to watch. In the episodes leading to episode 10, A tells Arya's mom, Ella, about Byron's affair and that Arya hid it from her. Ezria break up and Hannah fixes Arya up with Noel. Melissa calls off her engagement after catching Ren kissing Spencer. Emily becomes friendly with Toby until he disappears just before becoming a person of interest in Alison's murder because he called her on the night she disappeared. By the way, has any of us viewers ever believed that Alison was dead? No? Yeah, this is what I thought. Spencer starts dating Alex, played by Diego Boneta. He brings in a decent performance and chemistry with Troyan. Remember this for later. The liars find Alison's bracelet in the woods, but later it turns out to be fake because Allie's brother Jason has the real one. It's Mona's birthday. Arya gets into a car with Ezra. They make up. Guys, Ezria is a roller coaster. A toxic, predatory roller coaster. They argue, they fight, they break up, and then get back together and act all lovey-dovey for like 2 minutes. It's exhausting. And despite the great chemistry between Lucy and Ian, Ezria remains icky. Ugh. Anyways, Hannah witnesses that and sees Noel in a hoodie writing "I see you" on the car. Hannah texts the liars that she knows who A is. And right as she was crossing the street, A hits her with a car. Whoa! A is legit scary now. They moved from threats and blackmails to attempted murder. Hannah ends up in the hospital with a broken leg, and the liars now know about Ezria. In other news, Hannah's mom Ashley steals money from an old lady at her bank and hides it in the most safest place.
In a lasagna box?
In the kitchen. Seriously, Ashley? You have your own bedroom. How about hide it there instead of the cupboard? So naturally, A steals the money, of course, and starts blackmailing Hannah. Arya gets mad at Hannah for listening to A and almost letting Ella know about Ezra. Yeah, this lasts for 2 minutes.
I can't do this anymore. Last night after I left, I felt awful. I'm sorry.
Hannah and Arya as a duo is dreadful to watch. Melissa rekindles a romance with an old flame, Ian. Soon after, they're married and expecting a baby. Whoa, Ian moves fast. A sends the police half a video of Alison on the night she disappeared. You know the video.
I know you want to kiss me.
Later, A sends the full one to the liars, where Ian is revealed to be the older boy Alison was seeing at the time. They were about to give the video to the police, but A erases it before they could. Later, at a school play directed by Ezra, they find a trophy of Ian's with blood on it. So they jump to the most obvious conclusion. It must be Alison's blood. Yeah, Ian hid the murder weapon in plain sight at school where anyone can easily find it. They stupidly go to the police with the trophy and they bring up the video. Then the police tests the blood.
Comes from a rat.
Yeah. A set them up to make them look like liars, ensuring that they will never go to the police again. A is on a winning streak here, y'all. Hannah invites bad boy tech-savvy Caleb to stay at her basement without her mom knowing. One thing leads to another, and the ship Caleb is born. These two lovebirds stay in relationship heaven for like 2 minutes before Arya and Emily overhear him on the phone talking to, you never guessed it, evil female daredevil Jenna Marshall. Apparently, Jenna hired Caleb to cozy up to Hannah to look for a key. What key, you ask? Remember that video Alison used to blackmail Jenna? Well, it's on a flash drive in a safe box. The key to said box is what Jenna's looking for. Hannah ends it with Caleb, then he writes her a letter, hands it to Mona, and leaves on a bus. As for the key, Emily accidentally finds that in a snow globe. Look at the writers using Emily as a plot device to push the story forward instead of giving her a personality. The flash drive doesn't only have Jenna's video on it, but other perverted home videos of girls in their bedrooms. In other news, Spencer becomes a person of interest in the murder of Alison. This was a good opportunity for her and Toby to hang out. Remember Alex and how he had fine chemistry with Spencer? Yeah, they broke up. And now we get to suffer through Spoby. This ship has so little chemistry that it sunk before it sailed. I can't wrap my head around why they kept Keegan instead of Diego Bonita. I bet the writers were like, if we pair Keegan with the best actress on the show, people won't notice how bad his acting is.
Why me?
Oh, mercy. I'm sure it comes as no surprise to anyone that he is a Nepo baby. And while some might say Troyan is also a Nepo baby, but she's the good kind. She's so good that almost every other actor on the show is just trying to keep up with her. If it weren't for the likes of Sasha, Janelle, and Tammin, she would have been running unopposed for best performance on the show. Just look at this scene, guys. There's 11 years age gap between Troyan and Sasha. And Sasha stood her ground.
I made you, Spencer. I made all of you. Before me, you were just some goody-goody in plaid who did whatever mommy and daddy told her to.
You are so full of yourself. You think that just because you brought us together, you can treat us like puppets?
But you are.
Sasha is fearless, y'all. This scene is the equivalent to Rocky versus Creed fight at the end of Rocky 1. A round of applause to Troyan and Sasha, please. We'll get to the finale in a moment, but let's see what else happened this season. Emily's mom, Pam, got Maya sent to juvie rehab or something. Emily then moves on with Paige after the latter tried to drown her. Yeah, writers on this show are shameless. They write toxic relationships and present them as normal. Veronica had a health scare. By the way, the casting of Leslie Farah as Spencer's mom is spot on. Remember this for later seasons. Hannah is still moping over Caleb while still not knowing about the letter that Mona disposed of. Pam tells Emily they're moving to Texas. Ezra is quitting school to work at Hollis University with Byron, who I can't stand, by the way. And Arya finds out that Ezra's ex-fiancée, Jackie, is also working at Hollis, and they fight about it. The liars confront Jenna about the videos, and she fess up about Alison's blackmail. They then suspect the videos are Ian's, so they text him anonymously asking for money in exchange for the videos. Spencer drives Melissa to church to prepare for her baby's christening, and on the way back, a car crashes into them. She takes Melissa to the hospital. Spencer is fine, but Melissa and the baby, not so much. Spencer goes back to church for Melissa's phone. Meanwhile, the rest of the liars are waiting for Ian to show up with the money. Emily asks Garrett to join them. Garrett is her neighbor cop who they don't know but is romantically involved with Jenna. Woohoo! Another predatory relationship. A courier shows up with money instead of Ian because thanks to Jenna, Ian knows the liars have the flash drive. So where is Ian now? He follows Spencer to church. They fight. Spencer flees to the tower. He follows and wants to push her and make it look like she did it to herself. Luckily, Spencer's phone is on call with the liars, so they hear everything and head to the rescue. And out of nowhere, a person in a hood who Ian recognizes pushes Ian to his death. The liars step out of church and wait for the police. But surprise, surprise, Ian's body is nowhere to be found.
There's nobody in there.
The episode ends with a text from A.
It's not over until I say it is. Sleep tight.
While you still can, bitches.
A.
So this was season 1 of Pretty Little Liars. It was a good one. Far from perfect, but still good enough. A good start. I was never sold on the friendship between the 4 or the 5, if you count Alison, despite them always telling us they're best friends. Their friendship is perfectly summed up in this scene.
Let's talk about it tomorrow, okay? Are we still meeting up at the shed?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Where are you going? The gallery. I promised my mom.
Have you checked out the photo booth they've got in there?
No. Show me the booth.
And while the friendship isn't good, the chemistry between the main actresses, or if I may call them the core four, is off the charts.
Well, they're attracted to your perfume, and your hair product, and your lip gloss.
So what are you saying? I attract flies.
Gnats.
They bounce off of each other, and their energies are so in sync.
Okay, Spencer, you do not need to know any more big words. You're already scary enough to anyone under 50.
I'm not scary. Am I scary?
A little.
To wrap up the season, my favorite characters are Spencer, Hannah, Caleb, and Ella, just because I love Halle Mary Combs. And good for her. After putting up with Alyssa Milano for 8 years on Charmed, she deserves to just come in, read her lines, and collect her paychecks. My most favorite episode is episode 9, The Perfect Storm, just because it gives off slasher film vibes. So what do you think of season 1? What did you like about it? What did you hate about it? And if you're still here, thank you for watching this video. And if you liked it, please press the like button. And if you want to get notified when I drop the video for season 2, then please subscribe to my channel so I can keep doing these videos. Take care now. Bye bye.